In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 12, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Cubs versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago Cubs are a surprising 2-1 through the first 3 games of the regular season. The Cubs are tied for first in the National League Central with the St. Louis Cardinals. Chicago lost its first game of the regular season on Sunday 5-4 to the Milwaukee Brewers after winning each of the first 2 games of the series. Pittsburgh opened the regular season with 2 consecutive losses to the St. Louis Cardinals, but bounced back on Sunday with a 9-4 victory and will conclude its 4-game opening series with St. Louis on Monday. Pittsburgh is last in the National League Central, but only 1 game behind St. Louis and Chicago. Pittsburgh's Michael Chavis belted a grand slam to help lead the Pirates to Sunday's victory. Chicago looked much better overall in its first series of the season, while Pittsburgh had 2 clunkers. Chicago had a spotty outing in the Sunday game versus the Brewers. So far, the Cubs have scored pretty well. Chicago has 4 or more runs in each game, with a total of 18 through 3 games so far. Smiley is going to need a decent debut here, and I think he'll get it. As for Pittsburgh, I like Quintana to bounce back this season and get closer to his career ERA. Ultimately, however, Chicago should be in control for this series opener. Oddsmakers are having trouble deciding who should be favored in this game, but I am going to give the nod to the road team. The Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. The total has finished under in 9 of the last 14 games played between the Cubs and Pirates in Pittsburgh. Chicago is off to a fairly strong start on the mound, as the Cubs have a team ERA of 3, but at the plate Chicago has a team batting average of just .239. The Pirates have scored only 9 runs in the first 3 games for an average of only 3 runs per game. The total has finished under in 8 of the last 12 games that Pittsburgh has faced a left-handed starter at home. In 2021, Chicago ranked 20th in OPS and 21st in runs scored. Last season, Pittsburgh ranked 23rd in OPS and 30th in runs scored. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oakland Athletics versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Oakland Athletics will be trying to pick up their first series win of the season when they face the Tampa Bay Rays in the second game of their 4-game series on Tuesday night. Adam Oller will get the start for the Athletics in his major league debut. The Rays have not announced their starter for the game. Oakland and Tampa Bay split their last 10 meetings. Oakland dominated Game 1 of the series with a 13-2 victory. The Athletics traded away stud hitter Matt Olson to the Braves and starting pitcher Chris Bassett to Mets. They essentially signaled that they are entering rebuild mode. They were able to grab a big early lead yesterday, but that was a very strange situation. Rays starter Luis Patino was injured immediately, and an unprepared Chris Mazza was thrown onto the mound. Repeating 8 runs in the first 2 innings is not something that should be expected from Oakland. The Athletics struggled against the Phillies in their last series, especially on the mound, with the team giving up 14 runs in 3 games. Oller looked like he was going to miss out on the team's regular season roster, but the team's last-minute trade of Sean Manaea opened up a spot in the rotation for him. He didn't look very good in spring training, giving up 11 hits and 7 runs in 6.1 innings. The Rays have been on a roll offensively, scoring 15 runs in their first 3 games. They hit the ball well against right-handers and have an impressive .314 batting average against them, so expect them to hit the ball well against Oller in this game. Tampa Bay's pitching has also been very good, with the team giving up 4 runs in 3 games. Brandon Lowe, Wander Franco, and Randy Arizona should have no issues outperforming Tony Kemp and the Athletics this time around. Tampa put up just 2 runs in their opening game, but as soon as Lowe was switched back into the leadoff role, the offense began to show life. Tampa had a wake-up call after being able to cruise against Oakland and should be prepared to get back on track tonight. The pitchers the A's are putting on the mound are not intimidating either. Adam Oller is expected, who barely snuck into the final spot of the rotation. The Athletics struggled offensively against Philadelphia's pitching, which isn't as good as Tampa Bay's, and will have a hard time scoring in this game. Expect to see Franco live up to that new 11-year, $182 million contract and help lead the Rays win this one comfortably to bounce back. The Athletics are averaging 3.6 runs per game through their first 3 games. They averaged 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Rays, with Tampa Bay holding opponents to 1.33 runs per game through their first 3 games. The Athletics will be held under their average in this game. The Rays are averaging 5 runs per game. They averaged 2.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Athletics. Yarbrough has the ability to make it a long night for Oakland's lineup, and the clear lack of power in their lineup as well is likely to keep scoring low. The Athletics strike out more than almost anyone else in baseball, and their average isn't much better. Additionally, the under is 11-2 in Oakland's last 13 games on AstroTurf, and 5-1 the last 6 times they've played the second game of a series. For the Rays, the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games against American League West opponents as well. When the Rays play, they usually keep it low scoring given their lack of power and their potency for playing small ball. Tuesday won't be any different, except that they're facing another team with limited offensive value. With Oakland giving up 4.66 runs per game, the Rays won't score enough runs to push the score. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Philadelphia Phillies. The New York Mets battle the Philadelphia Phillies in the second of a 3-game National League East series on Tuesday evening. The Mets will send Tyler Megill to the hill after winning his season debut against the Nationals. The Phillies will give the nod to ace Zack Wheeler. The Phillies won last year's series by a 10-09 count and registered a 5-4 home win in the series opener on Monday night. Philadelphia is arguably the most underrated team in the majors this season. It seems as if their additions of Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos haven't really sunken yet to the masses. They're adding these quality bats to a lineup that already has Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, Rhys Hoskins, and Gene Segura. In addition to the lineup, the Phillies are sending their ace to the mound tonight in Zack Wheeler. Wheeler is coming off of a season with a 2.78 ERA and 1.01 WHIP over 32 starts. He saw his ERA come down to 2.38 at home while his WHIP decreased to 0.87. I get why you could look the way of the Mets here as Megill shined in his season debut. However, the Mets choked away a win in typical Mets fashion on Monday, and Zack Wheeler isn't the pitcher you want to see when you're trying to rebound if you're the Mets. Wheeler started out slow against the Mets last year, but ended up with a 3-1 record in 5 starts, and I think that Wheeler leads the Phillies to a win in this one. This is a stacked Philadelphia lineup with their top pitcher taking the ball, so the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. This will be more of a pitcher's duel. While I expect offense against Tyler Megill, the right-hander sailed through 5 shutout innings against the Nats in his season debut. The Mets bullpen had only conceded 2 earned runs in 4 games prior to Monday night. In addition, Wheeler is one of the top pitchers in the National League and was especially dominant at home last season, where he filed a dazzling 2.38 ERA. He also features a 2.63 career ERA against the Mets. These foes played in several low-scoring bouts last year. The under is 5-1 in Wheeler's last 6 home starts. Tyler Megill shut out the Nationals over 5 innings in his season debut last week. He limited the Nats to just 3 hits and didn't issue a free pass. On the flip side, the Phillies will go with their ace in Zack Wheeler. Wheeler had a monster season, posting a 2.78 ERA over 32 starts and allowing just 1 base runner per inning. He finished second in the National League Cy Young race, losing out to Corbin Burns. The bullpens are a little rough for each team, exemplified by the Mets last night, but I think reaching the total amount of runs here is going to be a stretch between these 2 proven pitchers. The final note worth mentioning is that there will be a 4 miles per hour wind blowing in from left field. That's not much, but could play a small factor. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.